Hey, this is Carl. Yes, once again, I'm in my t-shirt and it's late at night, of course. Now, today's video is I'm going to be teaching you how to make a bootable USB stick for Windows 10 using the RUFUS tool. I said RUFUS? R-U-F-U-S, RUFUS tool, right? So again, I'm going to teach you how to make a bootable USB stick for Windows 10 using the RUFUS tool. Now, this is part of my Carl Helps You Build a PC program. As I explained before, I take this very serious. And if you're interested in just entering the computer world, you have to build your own computer. And I will teach you better than anyone else. I have 91 videos, and the best part of this is my customer support. It is outstanding. So, click the link below if you want to learn more about it. All right, here's the video. Thank you.
Hey, it's Carl, and I'm back again. So what I want you to do, it's another option of making a bootable USB Windows 10 64-bit uh, bootable USB drive through Rufus. It's a tool that you can use to make bootable USB drives. So basically, once again, we want to make a bootable Windows 10 USB drive through the Rufus tool. So this is what we're going to do. It's kind of similar to the Microsoft Media Creation tool. So I'm going to go and Google again. And I'm going to type in download Windows 10 so it pops up. I'm going to press the enter key, and there it is. It's already highlighted in purple. So I'm going to click download Windows 10 Microsoft. And then I'm going to go to the download tool now. It's kind of similar to the Microsoft Media Creation tool. I just clicked on download tool now, and you see Microsoft Media Creation tool. You're like, Carl, we just did this. No, it's going to be different. So I'm going to double click on this. I'm going to say yes. I'm getting a few things ready. Okay, I'm just going to show this window right now. Okay, so here, this applicable notices and license terms, just say accept. All right, so it says upgrade this PC now. No, we want to create installation media. So, but this time we want to do an ISO file. So I'm going to click here, and then I'm going to go down and say next. Here, we're just going to say next. Okay, we're going to use the recommended options for this PC. Now you could always uncheck this if you want to do an image and ISO for both the 32 and 64-bit. If you have legacy applications, a lot of people in finance and business do it because they need to run old business programs in 32-bit mode. Okay. So, but we're going to check this primarily because we're going to use 64-bit. Oh, by the way, you can change the language to like if Spanish or French by unchecking that. So we're going to go next. Now this time, instead of USB drive, we're going to change it to ISO file. Okay, and we're going to say next. Where you want to download this. So I'm going to say desktop so we see it. So it's going to download here on my space. Windows, I'm just going to keep it like the same. So I'm going to say save, and it's getting some things ready right now. So the progress is at 36%. I mean, it's going steadily, so. And by the way, the better processor you have and video card, this you already know this, the smoother it's just going to go. So I happen to have a Radeon, as you know, a 3950, which is the top of the line. Well worth it. So I'm going to say finish. Okay, so now up here, right here, we have our ISO file. So now I'm going to bring up Google again. And we're going to bring up Google. And this time we're going to type in RUFUS, RUFUS. RUFUS Windows 10 download. Okay, so this is what we have to do. We type in RUFUS and I press enter. And RUFUS, the official website download. I click on that. And let's see here. Create bootable USB drives the easiest way. So I'm gonna scroll down here to download, and I'm gonna do RUFUS 3.11. I'm gonna click on that, and it's downloading it. And I'm gonna double click, and I'm gonna say yes. Do you want to allow RUFUS to check for applications? No, I don't. So now I'm going to minimize that big window. So now you have RUFUS, okay? So drive properties device, I'm going to click here. There's no USB drive in it. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to get our USB drive because we need to download RUFUS, set up the ISO on our USB drive. So I'm going to put in our USB drive. So now I put in my USB drive, okay? So I have a 64 gigabyte drive. So RUFUS is here, and make sure you have your USB drive in first, and because RUFUS is going to detect the USB drive. But you say, well, how do I know if it's the right drive? I don't want to delete anything. Remember? So this is what we're going to do. We're going to go down to the bottom left-hand corner in the search area right here. I'm going to click in and type PC, and it says this PC app. I'm going to double click on it. This shows you all your drives. So I have the two windows up. Okay, I have the RUFUS on my right, and this PC shows you all your folders basically and all your drives you need to worry about. So this is my Windows boot up drive, and this is my spare drive I have here, and this is my USB-E drive. So I'm going to double click on it. I can't. Drive is not accessible. So I use this for Mac, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so I'm going to choose this. I would double click in it and see if I have any important documents, but I know I don't. Okay, so boot selection, disk or ISO image. So I'm gonna click on this, and I'm gonna select disk or ISO image because we want to install our ISO image on it. So that's fine. I just want to give you an explanation. And now we're gonna select our ISO image. So I'm gonna go over here and click select. And where did we put it? We put it on our desktop. So over here, I go over here and select desktop. And here it is. This is our ISO. So I double click on that. Standard Windows installation, that's what I want. Partition scheme, is it GDP or MBR? Well, MBR used to be, it stands for Master Boot Record, or it's the old partition style. GBT is our newer partition style. It has some updated features on it. So we're gonna want GPT, excuse me, I can't talk today. So this is how we check. You never want to change the partition scheme, especially like maybe on a laptop if it's already partitioned as MBR. But you might say, well, Carl, how do we know not to change it? Because it could mess up things. This is how. I'll show you again. So we're going to do this. I'm going to go down right here to the search, click in it, and type MMC. Okay, and I'm going to do the run command. I'm going to double click on that. It says Microsoft Management Console. Check this out. I'm going to say yes. So I typed MMC, then I pressed enter, and then I ran it. Okay, see this? So I'm going to click File. I'm going to be Add, Remove, Snap-in. I already have it on my desktop, but I want to show you guys how to do it. I go down to Computer Management. I say Add. And yes, I want just a local computer, and I say Finish. And I say OK. So here it is right here. So I'm going to double click Computer Management, Local. And then I'm going to go over here, or I can go down here. I'm going to double click Storage. Then I'm going to double click Disk Management, because this manages all your drives. So this is how we know. This is my C drive, okay? Disk 0, this is my C drive. Okay, if I wanted to do this on my C drive, or my disk 1 drive, which is my Sabrent D drive, I would right click on it, right here in disk 0, right click on it, go down to Properties, click on Properties, then I'll go over to Volumes, it says Master Boot Record. Now, if it says that, I got to do this to Master Boot Record because you're going to mess up your whole partition. But here's the thing. If you don't care, you're doing a fresh install. If you're doing a fresh install, you know, I would just do the GPT because it doesn't matter because you're formatting everything. So be very careful on that. One, if you're doing a fresh install, you don't care, do GBT because it is a better, newer partition scheme. But if you have an MBR already, it's already formatted to MBR, to stick with that, okay? I wanted to explain that. All right, so we're gonna close out of this. No, I'm not, because I already have it up here. So, here we go. So now this is my USB drive E. Now remember, everything's gonna get erased. So my format, my volume label, I can change this name, I'm not going to. ESD, ISO, I don't care. File system, large, FAT32, default, fine, whatever. Kilobytes, default, fine, whatever. I don't care. So I could do NTFS too, but I don't really care. So let's go start. Warning, all data on this device, no label, 64 will be destroyed. So I'm okay with that. So now it's clearing the MBR as it says, or GBT, whatever, GPT. I can't say that, it's GPT. So it's using the image right now, it's copying. It's 95.5% almost completed. All right, now it says it's done. So we're going to close this. So let's double click in this drive. Now look, you see the boot EFI sources, support, auto run, boot manager EFI, and setup. These are all the critical files you need to boot into Windows 10 and install Windows 10 on your computer or hard drive or M.2 drive or whatever drive. So now this is all done. All right, awesome. I just wanted you to know that it's another tool to use. And so I give you the option, either the Microsoft Creation Microsoft Media Creation Tool or the, oh gosh, I forget the name, RUFUS Tool. All right, that's it. We're done.